Hey guys, Pie Guy Rules here. Let's do another SpongeBob Bad Episode review. This will be the last one for a little while, so let's make it a good one. You guys seem to all suggest that Face Freeze is a really bad episode, and it came out really recently, so I figure, hey, why not take a look at this? And right off the bat I have to say, the title is really annoying, because there's another episode of SpongeBob called Frozen Face Off. So there's Face Freeze and Frozen Face Off, and one of them is about some sort of Arctic race, and this episode is about your face freezing in place, like, stop in time freeze, and that one's about ice freeze, and it's just a little bit confusing when you have two titles that sound very similar. It's annoying to look up, it's just kind of annoying to remember which one's which. I mean, I know Frozen Face Off kind of sounds a little bit different than Face Freeze, but they're a little bit similar, and that kind of bugs me when it comes to naming conventions. I watched the episode for the first time today, and let me tell you, I can't work up enough hatred for it, honestly. It's a bad episode, sure, and it's definitely got different reasons than the other episodes I've reviewed, but I don't know. You know what? I think I've just kind of come to expect ScumBob to just be awful. I'm not even expecting SpongeBob anymore. I know this is just going to be ScumBob, so I wasn't as betrayed, I didn't have as much hatred towards this episode, so I'm sorry if I'm not, as angry as I was, but let me tell you the problem with this episode right away. It is flimsy. It is so flimsy. Like, there is nothing to this episode. Here, I can sum up the plot really fast. SpongeBob and Patrick make stupid faces at each other and laugh. Mr. Krabs warns them, like he did in Hooky, that if they make stupid faces, they'll freeze that way. SpongeBob and Patrick worry about that for all of 5 seconds before deciding to go back to making stupid faces, but deciding that Mr. Krabs was lying. They make stupid faces and annoy Squidward. They make stupid faces some more and laugh at each other. And then their faces freeze. Who could have guessed? Sandy tries to help them, but she just makes them freeze in stupider faces. Then they go back to the Krusty Krab, and Mr. Krabs' face freezes, and Squidward's face freezes apparently painfully too. And then they're stuck like that, and the episode ends. Literally, this episode is nothing but stupid faces and laughing. Stupid faces and laughing. Annoying Squidward with stupid faces and laughing. Going to Sandy's and trying to get their stupid faces fixed, and then not laughing because their stupid faces are stupidly stuck that way. There's just nothing here. I've said that the best SpongeBob plots are ones that keep it very simple, and I still stand by that. But there still has to be a story. You still have to tell some sort of beginning, middle, and end. You can't just have stupid faces and laughing be the entire episode. There are no jokes. The only jokes, quote-unquote, are the faces, which, to the episode's credit, does include some interesting art styles and some interesting animation, and some of the faces are kind of creative. But that's not an entire episode. That's not an entire episode's worth of jokes. That's maybe one joke, and when used in this kind of a context, it's stupid. It really is. It's the same joke over and over and over and over and over again, and that's the episode. There's no plot. There is no plot. Mr. Krabs warns them, sure, but they ignore his warning and do it anyway. There's not even some sort of resolution to this quote-unquote problem of their faces getting stuck like that. The episode just ends, There's not really anything here, and as such, I feel like this review is going to be really flimsy and empty, so thanks a lot, ScumBob episode. Thanks a lot. I'm sorry I don't have much else to say, it's just, this episode is nothing. It is a non-entity. There is just nothing here. It's one 5-second premise. Originally, I was going to make a stupider face and keep it on camera the entire episode, but no, I'm better than that. That would just be stupid. This entire episode is just stupid. It's stupid and there's nothing there. Nothing. 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 And that's all I can really say. So, with that, I think I've kind of run out of ways to criticize ScumBob, so we're gonna put these reviews on hold for now. Eventually, we'll revisit the super fun subject of these awful episodes, and eventually, we'll get to the fact that there's gonna be a second movie. Yay! I've just given up all hope. The only thing you can really do is just ignore SpongeBob at this point. If you don't like him, ignore him. That's what I'm doing. And to the people out there who still love him, I don't blame you. The original character, the original episodes, all of that is classic, and it's just great, and it's such great childhood memories and such great comedy that I can forgive you for letting it overflow into this new crap and believing that this could be something decent. The people at fault here are Nickelodeon for letting this atrocity go on, and the people behind the show now. I've heard some bad things, and I'm not going to point any names of, which director, writer, whatever is the bad guy here, but I've heard some bad things within the studio, and it just sounds like they're not trying anymore. And that's really, really sad. I keep ending these things on a very bad note, but really, there is no high point when it comes to this stuff. It's a plague that's just gonna keep going on. So, with that said, Pie Guy Rules, out.